I don't think I even understood growth the way I thought I did. I really thought that lately it's been feeling a lot quieter than I expected. I thought at least at some point, growth will feel like it'll make some type of noise. It would make some type of applause, some type of motivation for me. But lately, it just hasn't been feeling like that. And that's okay though, because if it's almost as if growth though, it doesn't announce itself. You just realize it, but as you are in it, you don't realize how far you have come until you start to look back to see where you have made it from. It's the same thing with growth. Growth doesn't just announce itself. It's actually very quiet. It actually sneaks up on you because you start to care more. You start to worry less. You start to focus on other things that matter more for you and not for what everybody else thinks about it. Right? Expecting growth to feel obvious. That's what a lot of people think. We expect it to feel obvious. We expect for just the confidence and the results and the excitement of feeling the change and feeling the progress. We want it to feel like something. But a lot of times it feels like nothing is actually happening. It actually feels more quiet than it feels loud. It feels more subtle than it feels more actionative. Like it feels as if it's not doing anything. It's not moving the gauge rather than actually it really is moving at a consistent pace. But it just might be steady compared to us, right? Nothing feels dramatic. It just feels like everything is really kind of getting heavier. Your thoughts get heavier, your emotions get heavier, your words, your actions, everything gets heavier. Your integrity, everything about life begins to be heavier because growth just feels boring at times. But you know that it really does matter. You know that that decision that you make, that you have made, you might not see the results right now. You're going to see the results later in a future time. You might not know when that is. You more than likely don't know when that is. But at least though the responsibility is increasing. You still feel that weight on you, that something, everything that you do, everything that you say, everything that you have thought of is actually does matter more and more, especially as you get older, right? It's less emotion and more steadiness. That's what we're searching for. When we're looking for more peace, more foundation, more roots, you're not always just looking for excitement anymore. You're not always looking for the most emotional decision. You're actually sitting down, you're thinking, and you're meditating, you're praying on it, and you're waiting upon it. It's a quiet shift. The things that we want in life are in the quiet shifts in life. Reactions begin to change. You're not almost just as reactive. You're starting to be more reasonable. You're starting to be more logical about things. Patience is increasing, right? Your character is developing, right? The tools the resource that you have, you're starting to use them more and more. And you're starting to hone on them. And you're starting to appreciate the little things that you have in life. Gratitude goes a long way. Less need to prove. You don't have to prove to everybody else what you're trying to do. You're just doing. You just continue to move each and every step of the way. You're not worried about as much. You are just giving to God and trusting God more. That's what you should really be doing. Trusting yourself more, believing in yourself more as you grow. But that won't come with noise. That won't come with applause. That won't come with a pat on the back. That's just going to come in a quiet shift, right? I think God grows us in ways we don't notice so that we don't rush ahead of ourselves. So you might feel like you don't need to talk as much. You feel as if you can wait before you speak. You think before you speak. That comes with time. That comes with perspective. That comes with experience. That comes with learning. You're not always trying to prove yourself, but you know that deep down you're trying to prove to yourself that you can change for the better, that you can do more, that you can be more responsible, that you can be more mature, that you can make better decisions, right? But it's in time. And a lot of times you don't realize it until you think about it. You don't have to always think on I have to change. I have to do these things. You just have to focus on the actions that you are doing. Change your habits, change the way you think, change the way you talk, change the way you carry yourself, and watch how growth happens in your life. Because it doesn't always feel as if you're changing. But when you really think about it, when you look back at what you went through and what you have brought yourself through, if you have really committed yourself to changing in life, then you will know that change was actually quiet. It wasn't immediately shown to you in your face, but eventually it was shown through actions, through purpose, and through alignment. Know that if growth has felt quiet to you too, that you're not alone. Each and every one of us are going through it, have gone through it, or eventually will go through it. Just be patient, grow through it, and know that God has a plan for you. You are loved, you are blessed, you have a mission in life. No matter what you do, say, or think, God will not think less of you or love you any less. God will always know who you are and what you are meant to be. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me on this one, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe on the video, bruh. And I'm going to catch y'all on the next one.